Hello students. Now today we discuss a new article and name of this article is stationary waves. Today we discuss this stationary wave. Stationary waves. Right? Now this name of these waves itself suggests that these waves are stationary. These waves are stationary means these waves cannot travel continuously in forward direction as well as in backward direction, right? Therefore, these waves remains in the same region, remains in the same region. Therefore, these waves are known as stationary waves. Okay. Now, today we discuss how these waves are produced or how these waves are formed. First, we discuss upon formation of these stationary waves. Therefore, we consider formation of stationary waves. Okay. Now, to study this formation of stationary wave, now we consider one string, and this string is fixed in between two fixed points. Now, we draw this. Suppose we consider a string, and the string is fixed in between two fixed points. Now, suppose one fixed point is A and the other fixed point is B, and the string is fixed in between A and B, these two fixed points. Okay. Now, the string is pulled at the middle and it is released, right? As soon as the string is pulled and released, at that time, now stationary waves are produced along the string. Stationary waves are produced along the string, right? Now we say that stationary waves are produced, but at that time, now there are two waves are produced. Now two simple harmonic progressive waves are produced, right? Now first simple harmonic progressive wave is produced along this string. Now this wave is traveling from this point A to the point B. Therefore, this is first wave, right? Now this wave is traveling from this point A and it travels towards the point B, right? Now, therefore, this wave is taken as a incident wave. It is taken as a incident wave, right? Now, as soon as this wave travels from this fixed point A to the point B, this wave is a incident wave because this wave incident at this fixed point B, right? As soon as it reaches to the point B, now this incident is reflected. This incident wave is get reflected from this point B, and again it is moved from this point B to the point A, right? Therefore, this another wave is moving along the same path in the same medium but in opposite direction. Now, this wave is a reflected wave. This wave is a reflected wave, right? Now, due to interfere between these two waves, now stationary waves are formed, right? Therefore, in this case, we consider a string, and the string is fixed in between 2 points. And when the string is plucked or pulled in at the midpoint, and when it is released, it produces incident wave, and when it reaches to the point B, it is reflected, and due to superposition of these two waves, now stationary waves are produced, right? Now in this way, there is formation of stationary wave, right? Now to formation of stationary waves, now different conditions are required. First condition is two waves, two waves travel through the same medium, right? Second is two waves can travel along the same path, along the same path, along the same path. Third, two waves are identical, two waves are identical waves, and last travel in opposite direction. Travel in opposite direction. Now these are the conditions for the formation of stationary waves. What is the first condition? Now to formation of stationary wave, the first condition is two waves travels through the same medium. Now two waves are required. These two waves which travel through the same medium. This is the first condition. Second is the two waves can travel along the same path. Third condition is these two waves must be identical waves. They are identical waves. And last is they can travel in opposite direction. When these four conditions are followed, at that time stationary waves are formed in that medium, or this is the production of stationary waves. Okay. Now when we observe this formation of stationary wave, at that time we observe that when we consider this medium, now in that medium there are different points or different particles. It consists of different particles. There are some particles in that medium which do not vibrate. Therefore, this is one particle which do not vibrate. 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 And this is one particle which do not vibrate. Therefore, the particles which do not vibrate in that medium are known as nodes. At the same time, at this node, what happens? Amplitude of particles of that medium is minimum. Amplitude is minimum. Minimum amplitude, right? Again, when we consider such particles, now in this case, the particle in that particles, now particle vibrates with some amplitude. Particle vibrates with some amplitude, right? Now, at that time, these points are known as antinodes. These points are known as antinodes. Now, another points are antinodes. Now, the points where amplitude is maximum. Amplitude is maximum. Therefore, we consider nodes where the amplitude is minimum and antinodes where the amplitude is maximum. Therefore, when the stationary waves travels through the medium, at that time, in that medium, nodes and antinodes are produced. Nodes and antinodes are produced. Nodes are the points where amplitude of that particle is minimum, and antinode is the point where the amplitude of particles of that medium is maximum. Therefore, when stationary waves travel through the medium, at that time alternately nodes and antinodes are produced. Right? Now, again, when this first wave, incident wave, travels from this point A to the point P, at that time this wave cannot move in forward direction. Instead of this, the wave is reflected back and again travels from point B to point A in the form of a reflected wave. Again, when it reaches to the point A, again it is get reflected and again it travel in this direction. Therefore, these are stationary waves, are waves which cannot move towards left or towards right. It cannot move towards left or towards right. Therefore, this wave remains stationary in the same region. Therefore, these waves are called as stationary waves, or also called as standing wave. These waves are also called as standing waves, right? Now, in this way, stationary waves can be formed, right? Now, when we consider the stationary waves, now these stationary waves has different properties. Now, again, we consider example. First example, waves produce on a stretched string. Waves produced on a stretched string is the example of stationary wave. Second, waves produced on vibrating musical instrument like violin, tanpura, guitar, and etc. Okay. Now in this way, these are the examples of formation of stationary waves. Stationary waves can be observed when waves produced on a stage string, when waves produced on a vibrating musical instruments like violin, tanpura, and so on. These are the examples of stationary waves. Okay. Now we discuss different properties of these stationary waves. We consider different properties of these stationary waves. Okay. Therefore, we write here properties of stationary waves. Properties of stationary waves. Okay. Now, when we are to study different properties of stationary waves, now we consider one by one. First property. Now, this first property of stationary waves is related with definition of stationary waves. Now, how we define this? How we define this stationary waves? Now, when two identical waves traveling through the same medium along the same path, traveling through the same medium along the same path, but in opposite direction, and interfere with each other, the resultant wave is called as standing wave, or it is known as a stationary wave. Therefore, when two identical waves having the same medium, sorry, waves traveling through the same medium along the same path, but in opposite direction, and interfere with each other. The resultant wave is called stationary wave. Resultant wave is called a stationary wave. How we define the stationary waves? When two identical waves traveling through the same medium along the same path but in opposite direction and interfere with each other, then the resultant wave is called a stationary wave, or it is called as a standing wave. Right? Now, this is the first property of stationary waves. Right? Now, come to the second property. Now, we know that when we consider stationary waves, at that time we draw here. Now, this is incident wave and this is reflected, right? Now, when stationary waves are formed, at that time when the stationary waves travel through that medium, at that time stationary wave is always produced in between two nodes, right? At that time, at the two fixed end, nodes are produced. And in between these two nodes, now there are a number of nodes and antinodes are there, right? Therefore, when stationary waves travel through the medium, at that time, we know that this medium is divided into alternate node, node, antinode, node, antinode, node, antinode, and node. Therefore, when the stationary waves travel through the medium, at that time, alternately nodes and antinodes are produced. Therefore, the second property is when stationary waves travels through the medium through the medium. Medium is divided into alternate nodes and antinodes. Nodes and antinodes. Therefore, nodes, antinode, node, antinode, node, antinodes are produced when these waves are traveling through the medium. Right? Now, third. Now, again you observe that when this stationary waves travels through the medium, at that time these waves are known as standing waves or stationary waves. Why? Because these stationary waves cannot travel continuously from one region to the other region, but the stationary waves remains in the same medium. Next property. Stationary waves cannot travel from one region to another. It remains in the same region. It remains in the same region. What is the property? Now, stationary waves cannot travel from one region to another, but it remains in the same region. Right? Now, when the stationary waves are produced, the stationary waves cannot travel in forward direction towards right hand side, or it can travel in towards left hand side. It remains in the same region. Now, this is the third property of this stationary waves. Right? Now, as we observe that when we consider progressive waves, at that time we know that in progressive waves what happens? Progressive waves can travel continuously in the same direction, in the same medium, without change of form. But we observe that stationary waves cannot travel continuously. Now it remains in the same region. Therefore, it is known as a stationary wave or standing wave. Right? Again, we observe that in this progressive waves, energy is transferred from one particle to the other particle of that medium. Right? Now, but when we study the stationary waves, now in stationary waves, this as it remains in the same region, now energy cannot transfer. Therefore, again the next property, in stationary waves, energy is not transferred. Now, this is the fourth property of this stationary wave. What is the fourth property? In stationary waves, energy is not transferred. In this way, we consider four properties. Now, next. Number 5. Now, we know that when we consider this is one point in this medium, this is the another point in this medium, this is another point, this is another point. Now, as these points, now the vibration of particles of that medium is not there, means vibration is zero. When these particles do not vibrate, means the amplitude of this vibrating particle is zero. Therefore, the particles along this string at which vibrating particles whose amplitude is zero are known as nodes. Therefore, this particle does not vibrate. Therefore, its amplitude is zero. Therefore, it is known as a node. This particle does not vibrate. Its amplitude is zero. Therefore, it is node. This particle whose amplitude is zero, it is node. This particle is amplitude is zero. Therefore, it is node. Therefore, we consider there are some points on the string where this amplitude of this vibrating particle is zero. Now, these points are known as nodes. Therefore, the next property is the points at which the amplitude of particles of a medium particles of a medium is minimum. Is minimum. Minimum means that is 0. Minimum means that is 0. At that time are called nodes. Are called nodes. What is the next property? The points at which the amplitude of particles of a medium is minimum, that is 0, are called nodes. Now this particle does not vibrate, means the amplitude of this particle is 0. Therefore this point is known as a node. Again this particle does not vibrate, means amplitude of this particle is 0. Again this particle is whose amplitude is 0. Again this particle whose amplitude is 0. Therefore all these non-vibrating particles whose amplitude is 0 or minimum, these points are called as nodes. Okay. Next, number 6. Again, when we observe the stationary waves, now other than these nodes, now again we observe that there are a large number of particles, right? Now all these particles vibrates from its mean position, right? Now at that time all other remaining particles vibrates from its mean position, means it has some amplitude. Right? Now the maximum amplitude for this particle is A. Maximum amplitude is A. Right? Therefore, again there are some points along this string. Where amplitude of vibrating particle is maximum. That is A. Now such points are called as antinode. Therefore we write here A. A means antinode. Therefore the next property is the points at which the amplitude of particles of medium is maximum. That is A, are called antinodes. What is the next property? The points at which the amplitude of particles of medium is maximum. Now for this particle, now amplitude is maximum. Again these particles having amplitude maximum. Again maximum. All these maximum amplitudes, points at which the amplitude of particles of medium is maximum. Therefore these points are known as antinodes. Number 7. Now initially the particle, this is the one particle which do not vibrates, means its amplitude is 0. Again this is one particle which vibrates, whose amplitude is maximum. Maximum means A. Between these two, now amplitude of particles increases from 0. For node the amplitude is 0, and for this point the amplitude is maximum, means it is A. From this point to this point, now there are number of vibration of particles, right? Therefore this amplitude increases from 0 to A, means amplitude always varies from 0 to maximum value A. It varies from 0 to maximum value A. Again from this point, again it goes on decreasing, right? Therefore the next property is amplitude of vibrating particles varies from 0, that is node, 0 means node, to maximum, 0 to maximum, that is antinode. Right? Now the next property is amplitude of vibrating particle varies from 0, is known as a node, and to maximum, is known as antinode. Means the amplitude of vibrating particle increases from node to antinode. It increases from node to antinode, and it decreases from antinode to node. It decreases from antinode to node. Now this is the seventh property. Number 8. Now when the stationary waves are traveling through that medium, at that time we know that this medium is alternately divided into nodes and antinodes, right? Now this is the first node. After node, antinode is come, and after antinode, node is come. Again antinode, node, antinode, node, right? Now we consider, suppose this is one node and this is the another successive node. Now we consider these two nodes which are successive nodes. Now when we observe that distance between these two successive nodes, now this distance between these two successive nodes is lambda by 2. Two successive nodes as well as distance between two successive antinode is always equal to lambda by 2. It is always equal to half of its wavelength. It is half of its wavelength. Means the next property is the distance between two successive nodes or antinodes is always equal to lambda by 2, right? What is the property? The distance between two successive nodes or antinodes is always equal to lambda by 2. Means the distance between any two successive node or distance between any two antinode is always equal to half of its wavelength. Means it is lambda by 2, right? And the last property is number 9. The distance between a node and an adjacent antinode is equal to lambda by 4, right? Means when we consider any one node and its adjacent antinode, at that time distance between this node and antinode is always lambda by 4. It is always lambda by 4. Means when we consider any node and its adjacent antinode, now the distance is always lambda by 4. In this way, the last property is the distance between a node and adjacent antinode is always equal to lambda by 4. In this way, there are different properties of stationary waves. Okay. Now, write down the assignment. First question. Define stationary waves. Define stationary waves. State the properties. State the properties of stationary waves. State the properties of stationary waves, right? Today we discuss any vertical stationary wave. We define this stationary wave as well as we study different properties of stationary wave. Now for this, now there is one assignment. Define stationary waves. State the properties of stationary waves. Okay. Now we stop here. Okay.